Hey everyone, this is Dan, also known as Dan Central on YouTube. I'm going to do another collection video. I know I've done my Mega Drive and Master System collections, but once I get started on something, I tend to do a few of them. Since I'm already doing them, I just tend to just kind of do a few before I kind of do something else and come back to it after a while. So I'm going to do my Game Gear collection. Now, my Game Gear collection is not big at all because I never really was that interested in it back when I was playing the Mega Drive and Master System a lot, back when they were kind of like the in thing. So I ended up getting a Game Gear only a few years ago, and because a lot of the games on it you can get on the Master System, I didn't really bother getting too many games for it because they were just kind of, just copies of the Master System with just slight differences here and there. So there's not a lot of games for it, but I thought I would just show you it anyway, just so you guys can see, in case you want to see what it's like, and yeah, want to have a look. So let's just start then with the console itself. It's in its box, which is cool. So there's the box of it, with Sonic the Hedgehog 2 on the screen, and then the back of the box. There you go. Talks about you taking it everywhere you go, but I can just imagine people on the bus playing something as big as that back then. Wow. Can't imagine doing that now. So anyway, let's get this out. I always try and keep my consoles in their packaging if I can help it, because it just stops them from getting damaged and it makes them last longer. So let's just get this out. So there we go. There's my Sega Game Gear. Now, one of the annoying things about it actually is that it takes 6 batteries, a whopping 6 batteries. So it takes 3 in there and 3 in there. But apart from that, it's a good console. It's nice to play some of the Sega classics handheld, even if it is quite big and bulky. But it's not bad at all. The volume on it's quite good. You can put earphones in or headphones in. You can also plug in an external plug, so you haven't got to use batteries. And yeah, it's pretty good. And the picture quality is quite good as well. So yeah, really enjoyable. I do like playing this every now and again. So there's that, and I'll just take you through the games I've got for it. A lot of the games I've got in cases, and some of them I don't have in cases. So to start with, you've got Sonic the Hedgehog. I'll just get it out of the case for you. Let's have a look. There we go. Pretty much the same as the Master System version, but there's only slight differences with different backgrounds and scenery and stuff. There's really not a lot of difference to it at all, but if you've got both, you will notice slight differences. But other than that, if you've already got the Master System version and you aren't too bothered about the Game Gear, don't worry about it, because it's pretty much the same. Only get it if you really want one, because as I said, it's nice to play it handheld. And then the next one I've got, which is in a case as well, is Sonic the Hedgehog 2. And I'm just going to take this out so you guys can see it. And again, it looks the same as the Master System version, except for they've got a picture of towels at the end. So 3/4 of the picture is the Master System version, and then they've got a bit with towels on it, so there's that little bit of added thing. Again, there's not a lot of difference at all. It's just basically the same as the Master System version. And again, so I've got Sonic Chaos, the next one. Now, it's a different picture to the one on the Master System version. Master version's got a picture of Sonic with tails, sort of flying with his thumb up. Whereas on the Game Gear version, it's him standing there with his arms up. So that's slightly different. So it's quite interesting that the first two are the same pictures and the Sonic Chaos is different. And that was in the case as well. So there's that. And then I've also got Castle of Illusion, which is in a case. There we go, Castle of Illusion. Again, the same as the Master System version. Really not a lot of difference to it at all. But a really good game, and because I do love this game, it's nice to play it handheld every now and again. So that's really good. Oh, I hate when you're looking for a game and you can't find it. So there you go. It's the same, pretty much. And then the next game I've got is Land of Illusion, which I've already shown you guys on the Master System. I tell you one interesting thing about this version though, is that it's been flipped. Look at that, on the Master System version, Mickey's facing to the right. On the Game Gear version, he's facing to the left. So it's quite interesting that with this game, they flipped it. So a little interesting fact for you there. And then, as I showed you in the Master System version, there's James Pond on the Game Gear, which I've got, and I've also, of course, got it on the Master System and PS2. So really good game, nice to play it handheld. And then the last game I've got on the Game Gear, as I said, I haven't got a lot of games really, is Ms. Pac-Man, which again I've got on the Master System. It plays pretty similar to the Master System version. Obviously difference in pictures. But good game nonetheless, good game. I will get it out for you just so you guys can see it. There we go. It's been protected, so there we go. And that is actually all the games I've got. I know, it's probably one of the smallest collections I've got out of all my systems, just because I never really sort of became a really big collector of the Game Gear, mainly because most of the games are on the Master System. But no, it's still good to play, still very fun to play. I definitely recommend it if you really want to get one. Now the last thing I'm going to show you with regards to the Game Gear is what's called a Master Gear Converter. Now this is the idea where you can play Master System games on your Game Gear, which was another reason why I didn't worry about collecting that many games for the Game Gear, because I can just play Master System games on it, providing you got the converter. So why buy extra copies of Game Gear? Why buy Game Gear cartridges of Master System versions, if that makes sense, when you can just buy a converter and play all the Master System games on your Game Gear, if that makes sense. So this is a Master Gear converter, and I will show you how it works. It's really cool. Try and do this with one hand. It's not very easy. There we go. Now, the idea is you get a Master System game. We'll use what we'll use a game that I haven't got as a Game Gear game, so it works better. We'll use Alien Storm. Okay, you have to bear with me because I'm using one hand for this. Now, there's the converter. Now this part goes in the Game Gear, slides in, and then this part at the top is where the Master System game goes. So if I remember rightly, no, it's the other way. I knew I'd do that. The Master System game clicks in there like that. That's gone in fine. It does look quite big and bulky. That's the only disadvantage of it, but it's a cool idea. You get the back of the Game Gear, and then we slide the Master Gear converter. You'll feel it click as you push it down. And then when you turn it back over again, you've got the Game Gear with the Master System game popping at the top. It looks a bit like a Master System from that angle, in that you've got the Master System and the game sort of popping up a bit. And then when you switch it on, it will play that Master System game. Now, unfortunately, which is really annoying, I don't think my Game Gear works, even though there's batteries in it. I think the batteries have gone flat now. I will try and see if it works for you guys. I'll try and turn it on, but I'm not promising anything. Oh no, hang on. We've got some battery, but it might go off. Oh, there we go. Even if it goes off now, I've shown you enough. Now, you can't actually get Alien Storm on the Game Gear, but using the converter, we've been able to put it on there via the Master System version. And there we go. So that's a really, really cool idea. It just also expands your library of games as well that you can play on the Game Gear. Because if you've only got a few Game Gear games, just get a converter, and play your Master System games on it. Why not? So that is it for my Game Gear collection. Sorry, as I said, I haven't got a lot of games for it, but I don't really need a lot of games really because I've got the converter, so I can just play tons of Master System games on it. So I don't need to bother about getting many Game Gear games. One Game Gear game I would like to get is Sonic Labyrinth, because that looks really good. But I've played it on the PS2 on a collection, but not on the Game Gear, so I might try and look into that. But that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed my Game Gear video. I'm hoping to do my Dreamcast one within the next few weeks, hopefully. And yeah, look at all my games, they're everywhere. It's Mega Drive, Master System, and Game Gear. But I really, really hope you guys have enjoyed them, and I haven't thrown too much information at you. It's all made sense and it's quite clear. But yeah, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll hopefully see you guys soon. Alright, take care, bye.